Hello, creative friends. I'm so happy that you're with me. We are going to make watercolor washi tape using masking tape and watercolors and pens. It's so simple. So I have a piece of recycled plastic here, and I did a process art little tutorial on my Instagram. So I'm just reusing the tape from that, but you can use any kind of tape. This is drafting tape, and I will link it below in case you're interested. But it works really, really well. It's low tack and it doesn't rip your paper. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to put the pieces down. I kind of had them in a ball here. So I'm going to stick this down. But I got this ideas from a wonderful commenter on my Instagram that told me that you can reuse the tape when you tape things off, especially with watercolor, and you can turn it into your own washi tape. I'm using regular cheap old masking tape here. That's the big wide piece, and I got that from the Dollar Tree. So you don't need fancy tape for this at all. You can just use regular masking tape, and you're just going to activate your watercolors. I'm using my favorite palette, but you can use whatever watercolor you want, and you're just going to apply lots of different marks with varying kind of saturation. So just add more water to your brush, and I don't want every part of the masking tape covered for this process. I kind of want it to be very kind of abstract and organic, and I want to kind of doodle in some of the areas that don't have watercolor on there. So I'm being very loose about this, and I'm going to use all the colors, but you could absolutely do like warm or cool colors or any color that you want to. Please do me a favor. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And we're just going to keep going. So I'm going to fill these up with lots of color. But I love this process. I have made a ton of washi tape on this channel, but I never have used watercolor, I don't think, on masking tape, but it's so fun and easy. I think I used acrylic paint one time. I did tissue paper, napkins, all sorts of things. So the possibilities are endless. You can definitely use so many fun things to make your own washi tape. So I was so glad that the commenter told me about this wonderful process, and I love the way it turned out. She told me a few days ago, and I haven't stopped making this beautiful washi tape, and I'm definitely going to use it in a ton of projects. So you just want to add as much color as you want. Then you're going to let that dry, and we're going to add doodles on top too. So it's super simple. You can even do this with your kids or with your friends. I'm going to add a splatter just to loosen things up even more. So I'm adding a black splatter, and I'm using a flat brush here, and I'm going to let that dry completely. Kind of see there what I came up with. There's lots of, empty spaces, and you can use a hair dryer to dry it off. And then we're going to go in and do my favorite part, which is adding doodles and marks. So I'm doing lines and swirls and dashes and just very simple mark making, right? Just think of shapes and think about how you can layer them. If you want to learn more about mark making, I do have a free challenge that you can see over on my Instagram. I need to quit being lazy and get the videos over here too and do like a big video. But I did a mark making challenge that will give you tons of ideas too on the marks that you can make too. I also have a lot of classes that are all about doodling using watercolor and doodling, which is my favorite thing. And so if you want kind of a long form video of that, or if you need ideas, definitely check out my classes. There's a link in this video so you can check that out. But just simple things, dots, dashes. You can do spirals are one of my favorite, circles. So just keep it simple and have fun and enjoy the process. I am going kind of in between the spaces on some of these tapes where the white is, but you can absolutely go on top of the watercolor too. And just think of it as there's kind of like going to be just little areas that you're probably going to use for this. So you don't have to be overwhelmed. You don't have to fill up every, you know, part of it. But it's so fun. And I'm just using very basic markers here. So I have like a Sharpie, and I have just white paint pens, and I have a gold metallic marker, which is really nice too. And I'm just adding lots of just very simple marks. So very fun, really, really easy. And I know that you can totally do this. I was addicted. I spent the afternoon doing this. It was so much fun. I can't wait to use this. I've already used it in a couple of projects and it works out too. And what can you use this washi tape for? So many things, right? You can use it for collage, you can use it in your journals, you can use it for if you send out mail. I think it'd be so pretty to have this kind of to seal the envelope, would be so great. But the possibilities are endless, just like you would use it for any washi tape in your planners, and it works out so great too. So now I'm just grabbing my big um, jumbo black marker and I'm just going to add some kind of bolder marks. I really love contrast in my work, so it's really fun. It's just great to kind of fill things up and just do this kind of process art where you can relax and just enjoy yourself. So it's really fun. And I absolutely love it. And I will link below my favorite watercolors, but you don't need to use fancy ones. You could use like the set that you can get from Michael's, or even a Crayola set will work for this too. You might have to maybe do a couple of layers if your colors aren't that vivid, but it'll work out. It's going to be great. So don't overthink it and just have fun and enjoy yourself. And if you want to know how you can store this washi tape, one of my friends, Kyla, she actually puts hers on sheet protectors and puts a white piece of paper in the sheet protector. And then she has a binder full of her handmade washi tapes, which I think is a genius idea. Or you can wrap it around playing cards. I've done that before because they have a coating. So your tape won't stick to them and then you can just unwrap them. This makes great, collage fodder to send to your friends too, your crafty friends. But it's a really fun process. And I'm so happy that a commenter recommended it for me too. But I hope that you enjoy this. It was such a fun time. I love the way that it turned out, and I'm going to pull it up so you can see how it turned out in a second here. But it was a really fun process. Tag me if you make this on Instagram. It's so fun. It's still sticky. You can use it in so many different ways. And I will see you for the next one. Happy creating. Bye, creative friends. Bye bye.